Mackenzie, thank you for joining us over here in Asia. How's everything going with you? All well?
Yeah, everything's going good. My baby Moa, she's 4 months today, so it's like her 4 month birthday. My weight's going good. I'm so excited about that. Can just focus on the fight, and yeah, everything's good. Happy to be here in Tampa.
Absolute warrior. I cannot believe that you're stepping back in so soon. Have you had a lot of love, like online on Instagram from other people kind of inspired by what you're doing?
Yeah, for sure. I think just how many critics I've had, like my whole MMA career and everything, was like, I think I just announced that I was pregnant to the fans with maybe 7 months pregnant, because I was kind of in, like, I didn't know if I wanted to keep it on, like, just preserve the whole, the whole situation. And I think deep inside I was kind of nervous, like, if the fans were going to, I don't know, talk bad about my daughter, about my husband and things like that. But then eventually, like, I had a belly, so I had to, like, talk about it. And yeah, everything's been different since she's born. Just so many fans, like, man, I think they see, like, how serious and how she kind of changed my life. And I think people think, like, oh, she's more mature and more, like, taking serious as an athlete, before they say, like, oh, she didn't make weight, so she doesn't take it serious. That's just, I understand why they think that, but, like, oh, she's partying too much. Now they see me as, like, more mature woman, and like an adult, and taking the whole UFC everything serious.
So from what I understand, the weight cut is actually going really well. Weirdly enough, do you know what I mean? Is that fair to say?
Yeah, it's going so good. Yeah, honestly, I can't tell you why. Like, from everything I heard, people say, like, oh, breastfeeding, it helps so much. I'm still I do both breastfeeding and formula until today. So I think that helps a lot. I feel like my metabolism is faster. So, like, one day to the next, when I wake up, I lose more than I did before my fighting, before I got pregnant. Also, too, like, I think was good kind of this 10 months away, because it made me, like, start over zero. So I lost, like, a lot of fat. I lost a lot of muscle, too, but I was able to kind of just have a new foundation and build on that again. So all of my fights, I felt like every fight I would, like, gain more weight after I could eat again, and it would be each time harder and harder to lose. Like, my body was holding on to it, and I think this 10 months kind of led my body, like, no, you're good, relax, like, we start over new and everything. So yeah, I woke up 118 this morning, so I still have 2 days left to make 116. I'm really 115, 116, so I'm happy.
Well, we know what a competitor you are, and it must be the love of competition, right, that drives you to get back in quickly. And so it's been a while. So how excited are you to get back in there and show what you can do again, and also remind yourself, what it's like in there?
I'm so excited. Like, everyone asks, like, man, why did you get back in so fast? But it's like, my pregnancy was like a surprise. I wasn't expecting to get pregnant at that time or anything. So before I got pregnant, I was already asking the UFC, like, to fight. I was trying to fight in November and December, and, like, I wasn't cleared for the weight and everything. And so I was, like, training, but I was a little bit kind of dismotivated. But I was trying to schedule a fight when I found out I was pregnant, and so I found out I was pregnant. I said, oh man, I was thinking to fight, but okay, like, now we're on this, like, it's a new, like, part of life. But during my whole pregnancy, of course, I was, like, missing it, I was watching the fights and, like, wishing I was there too, like, oh man, I can't wait to get back. It wasn't like, oh, I finished my career and I'm happy that my career is complete and now I'm just focusing on my baby. It's like, okay, I'm ready to get back. During the whole pregnancy, just thinking about getting back, because before I was pregnant, I was already thinking to fight, So yeah, I'm so excited to be back. I'm happy because I don't feel, like, nervous. I was kind of like, oh, I wonder if I'm going to feel nervous. My first couple of trainings back in camp, like, my face kind of, like, you don't like the feeling to get punched in the face, it's kind of like, oh, like, turning my head. But that passed after a couple sparrings. Now I'm okay, back to how I was before. Like, you can handle it.
There's a little bit of craziness right now online surrounding this card because of the main event. So it's being reported a lot that Joanna is not going to make weight, and that maybe Michelle will not accept the catch weight. and some reports suggest that you have been mooted as a possible replacement, and your opponent Amanda as well. Has that been offered to you at all? What do you think about all this craziness that's happening right now?
No, they haven't offered that to me or anything. So, at least on my end of the thing, it's just kind of rumors as of now, But yeah, I mean, I hope she can make the weight, I hope, or if not, the catch weight will still happen, I think will be a good fight. But if it doesn't happen now, I know this fight will happen eventually, because Michelle and Joanna, they're such great fighters, and I think everyone wants to see that match.
Michelle was actually full of praise for you and said that she would be very honored to fight you for the baddest mom belt one day. Is that a fight you'd like one day? Yeah,
for sure. I met her like officially in person yesterday. We were in the same workout room, and it was so funny. Like, we started talking to each other and talking about breastfeeding, talking about weight gain and all these things, fighting, and like was really inspiring too to see how far she's come after her baby and everything like that. So it's really cool, and I think it would be cool if people like to see that fight too, like the two moms, who's gonna be like mom champ first. It's really cool. It's exciting.
Amanda is a black belt in BJJ and judo. Do you think this fight is gonna be all about the jiu-jitsu, or how do you see it going in terms of the style?
Yeah, it's so crazy because I really don't know like how this fight is gonna be. That's like one of the most common questions, Like, do you think it's gonna go to the ground? I'm like the same way, Like, I don't know if she's like gonna respect my ground, I think. Because I never saw her in any competitions that I've ever competed, like world championships or anything. So I know she's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, but she's not like a jiu-jitsu black belt in the same level that I've done, because I never seen her anything like that. So I think most of the girls would like respect my jiu-jitsu and not want to, but I don't know if because I was 10 months away, maybe they can think like, oh, her timing's off and everything like that. But I think, probably the fight will stay like standing up for like, maybe she want to stay standing up, get me tired. Probably like my cardio would be like the most, okay, maybe her cardio's not so good because she's 10 months, away from competing and everything, so try to get me tired and then maybe go down to the ground later, after I'm tired. But yeah, I'm excited. I work so hard my wrestling and my striking, so I'm feeling comfortable if we stay standing up. I know we can do the whole fight standing up if we need to. And of course, my jiu-jitsu, it's like I'm doing since I'm 3 years old, so like 10 months away doesn't like move anything, just kind of get the details and everything back in. But my jiu-jitsu I'm comfortable with, and my striking I'm even more comfortable with too.
You conquered the world of jiu-jitsu pretty well, and your MMA career is going well. So do you have a battle plan in your mind about how to climb the rankings and how to get where you want to be, how to get to be a world champion? Is it something that you want to be patient with, or do you want to get at it? Are you in a rush to get and be the best in the world at this as well?
Yeah, for me, I could do like a fast track, I would like to get to the belt, maybe go once I have the belt, go up to 125 and fight for the belt 125. But I don't want to stay like 10 years, like getting punched in the face, you know what I mean? Like, so for me, I would like to get better, like focus, and maybe have like 3 fights, go to the belt, like would be more faster. But every time I do like a plan, it always gets like, or a pregnancy or something, or injury. So I don't really have like a timeline exactly, but for sure, if I could choose, would be like faster to get to the. I'm not too patient. I'm not a patient person.
Is it in your mind that it helps to pick someone who's ranked at a good place for you? Are you up for calling people out after victories? Like, if you're strategic and you fight the right girl who's got the right ranking, you can take her spot. Is that something you're thinking about at all?
No, I've never been like to call out someone, because before I like my whole fights, I've always just been focused on the person there. I don't even know who I don't even know the ranking of my own division, So I know like the Chinese girl, she's the champion. But then everyone else, I know they're kind of like in there, but I don't know who's second, third, fourth, So really just my manager, he's the one who does that. that worked for me all the time. You know, he said, okay, we have this girl, or okay, we can only fight these two girls because they're the only ones who have wins. You know, that just came off wins. The same as Amanda, you know, was like the only girl that they offered me, you know. So I didn't have a choice, but I thought it was a great fight, you know. So not too much about calling out, but just because I don't like pay attention. My manager, he takes really good care of me in that area.